Go.
Welcome to SJ Cartier Limited Combos. Let's try something a bit different today. Let's show you what we got on that journey back from the car boot. We'll start with this. Bit by bit. Bit by bit. Obviously you can see why I was attracted to this. The colours just pop. To be extremely honest. Get all these bags up. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through a bag at a time. As I say, everything here, as you saw on the roads, is a dangerous road, but I have to carry it all because I'm not driving. So when I've said in my earlier videos I don't drive, and some of the troubles and issues I have when I don't drive, this is why. So the next item I brought in the car boot, set. Brand new, sealed. The only issue with this is that little damage to the box there, which is a small minor problem as it is brand new. But yeah, let's go through them. Magical marble jigsaw, which is supposed to be impossible to complete. Supposed to be. This isn't to sell. This was actually in a free pile, and I thought I've never actually completed a Rubik's Cube in my life, so it would be actually quite nice to try and complete one. As it's free, why not pick it up? It's a little something for me to play with at home. Okay, now this just caught my eye. Considering I get a lot of customers from Australia, and I always have I've had my website, I've just regularly had customers from Australia support me, which I'm very grateful for. So in commemorance to them, and considering we do opera and we do theatre, I thought when I saw this, why not? It's a nice picture frame of Sydney Opera House, if you can see that. Just caught my eye. I couldn't resist. I couldn't resist. As you know, sometimes when you get to these car boots, sometimes you just can't resist some things. So that's one of the things I just couldn't resist. I happened to find a little Volvo. To say, you know, I like my figures and my marble. I had to get Wolverine. And then I saw Captain America sitting there with his little shield, so I thought, hey, why not? Why not? If you know me and car boots, you know I always have to go and come back with some die cast. The missus is laughing now because she knows I can't help myself. Certain things I just happen to find everywhere I go, and no matter the price, I just pick them up sometimes, because some of these, as you see, they just catch my eye. I'm trying to say. Of course, more die cast. So I did see this 3-day one that also caught my eye. I picked that up with this one as well, little triple sets. Thought why not? As I say, I do like my die cast. Which bag should we go to now? Oh, okay. As we say, you can't go to a car boot and not pick things up, little things for yourself even. So yes, nice few rolls of tape that will help package and ship everything to yourselves. Wow, a little Freddo. If you remember how much these were back in the day, they're definitely not that price no more. I'm talking about the chocolates. Okay, as we're on a little plushie, there's a nice little baby Yoda. See the price I paid for that one? £4. And then, of course, we couldn't just get one. We had to get two. Grogu. We love Grogu. If you know me, I love Grogu. He's too cute. Too cute! The missus, did you see the way the missus is smiling now? We know where Grogu may end up. Yeah? We got another little cat kitten, little dog. I don't know if you can see that properly. As I say, some of these is just, they catch my eye. I just can't resist myself sometimes. I ended up picking up some Penfold High Performance golf balls. Now these, I can't remember who the seller was, but they couldn't find £1. I saw these sitting there and I thought just give me them for £1. So why not? A little bit of sports accessories. Now, as I said to you earlier, we do like a bit of theatre and opera. So of course we had to go and get ourselves some opera glasses. Yes. These are actually mother of pearl ones. They're actually made out of brass as well. So yeah. You can see the price on that as well. Yeah. Beautiful. I always have to find something that is a bit original at these car boots. It is a bit antique and vintage. And my next little one is a little portable radio. Now, as we're looking at this portable radio, you can see the price on that is £20. As I saw this, I'll show you, let me give you a little story with this one now. So it's a little standard portable one. As I showed you earlier on the previous video, I showed you the time, didn't I? Let's show you the time again. So yeah, I showed you the time, but if you remember, I only had my Hugo Boss watch on. This Casio caught me eye, and at first I did think it was an old school calculator one, which was bringing me back to my childhood, as I say. But this roped me in, this Casio watch. It got me at the store and I had a little look around. And you know when you go to some stores and like the people are just so polite, I just had to keep looking because all the watches were showing that they were working, ticking, clicking. As you can see here, this is still ticking and clicking. Yeah. So that encouraged me to actually have a look at the shop and see what else they had there, because obviously they had a few watches, and that caught my eye. A nice little portable mini radio. So as I say, I don't know what year this is actually from, and I don't actually know the value of it, but it's quite cute to go in my music accessories category on the website, don't you think? So okay, that's one, that's two. Let's get to this third bag now, eh? Woo! This one sounds a bit hectic in here. Sounds a bit hectic. So, 007, James Bond, die-cast, as we do. As you know, we love die-casts. And of course, before I fell in love with the Black Panther, this was my #1 superhero, Batman. So, of course, when we see a little Batman die-cast, we have to. Now, let's see if we can get this all out correctly. So, let's open up the old box. Now, this is one of those ones where we say, we don't know what we've got until we look and see what we've got. But, we do have a lot of die-cast. I don't know if you can show them in there, baby girl. I think this was a tenner for everything. I don't know what's in there. I don't know what year they're from. But as I say, I see collections of certain things, and if the person's offering the right price, I'll just buy them and have a look, see what's in there. Of course, a few more of them. Which I did see a few like Hot Wheels and variations in there that actually caught my eye, as I say. So yeah, some of them were quite different. Oh, what was a Batman again? Star Wars, a nice little Star Wars, Hot Wheels Star Wars one. Oh, see, sometimes you can find random ones in there. It's called Dodge there. But you never really know. Now, normally, I'll be very honest, I've stopped buying clothes recently because I have got a load of clothes that I actually still need to list, funnily enough. And to be honest, as you see with my clothes at the moment, some of them have pictures with the mannequins, some of them are on the rail, some of them I've taken on the floor. And everyone has now got measurements, so if it's pit to pit, if it's breast length, if it's leg length, if it's the waist, I've got measurements on various jumpers, t-shirts, but I would like to overly design that a bit more, I'd say, with the clothes. So I've kind of like took a break from buying clothes and looking for clothes. But if you know me, when I was growing up, I was a fire trap man. So when I saw these look of fire trap shorts, I just couldn't resist, because coming into summer, they're quite neat. And as I say, like there's a few little brands I do plan to keep buying if I see them. It's just when I get back to doing the clothes, then you'll see a bit more of the clothes when I'm buying at car boots or even charity shops sometimes. So now, this little Meccano, little 2 quidder. Don't know if this works, funny enough, but because the little boy, because sometimes, as I say, when you go to certain places, it's all about who you're supporting as well. So yeah, like when I saw the little boy and I asked him, and he was very open and honest about the next toy coming out, I thought, you know what, sometimes you just got to support the youths and give them what they want. I've got another little Batman here. Fell out of his little seat. Nice little Batman, as I say. I do obviously resell things that sell, and I do like to resell things that are obviously for me, catching my eye. So as you say, this was what the little boy had for sale. I was asking him if it worked. He was saying it just needs more batteries. So obviously it's a little bit of a Spider-Man. If you see the Wowie Robo Sapien on there, and I like diecast, you'd understand why I've got this. We won't know if this works until we try these things, but that's the risk of car boots. Sometimes you have to trust who you're buying from. So next in the bag are some more little diecasts. Couple Hot Wheels, and I brought them with these Japanese ones. So the Japanese ones are the ones that caught my eye. So they may not be worth much, but they are a bit different. You know what I'm trying to say? And I thought, why not? Why not? It'll also teach me about other new Japanese brands that I may not have heard of before. And this is to finish it off now. The last thing, which is a bit of fun to rip. As you see, over the last couple of weeks, all I've listed is the football cards, and that's because I realised I had a load of football cards sitting there. And although I did list a load of football cards that was, in my eyes, appealing to some collectors out there, there's a lot of football cards that I didn't list. Some to give away for free whenever anybody buys, and some because I'd like to collect all varieties of sets, and I've only just got into doing football cards in the last 2 years. So I'm just learning about all the sets again. So I'm just enjoying that in a moment. Sorry about that. Is there any tissue? No. Well, since you saw that, I think we may end the video very soon because I have to go and get some tissue. But yeah, this was the last item I brought. And as you see, it was the last things I've been listing. I hope you enjoyed this little video of me coming back from a car boot. I would have liked to do a couple others, but I've come from longer journeys, and sometimes I say the car boots haven't been as what I expect of a car boot. There's been a lot more resellers who have got reselling prices on there that they would list on the marketplace, instead of forgetting that they're saving on shipping and packaging. And we're at a car boot, as well as a couple of the car boots I've been to, they haven't been as good as my local one, I'd say. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this little video today of SJ Cartier limited combos. I don't know how many car boots I've been to this year, but another car boot. So thank you for joining me, and I hope you enjoyed this haul.